All right, folks, here we go. Game number 5 for CC. Fighting their way back in. We're taking on Minnetonka Blue again. This is the team that we lost to a couple of nights ago. Lorenzen taking the face off. Up comes over to the side of the boards. Back for Heidi. Picked up by Lorenzen. Lorenzen will skate it in. Throws it out front, right alongside the net. Puck goes back behind the net again. And picked up by Minnetonka. Minnetonka throws across ice. Dumping into the zone. Backford is Sestafant. Nice job by Lorenzen. Get the puck back behind the net. And Minnetonka will come away with it. Minnetonka throws it up ice. Right in front. And Sestafant's able to swap it out. Excuse me, that was Christensen. Puck comes out. Christensen sends it back out, but Minnetonka picks it up at center ice. Minnetonka will carry it in. Puck comes out. And we're going to get a penalty on Minnetonka. I believe Reichert got tripped. And it's number 42. Surprise. It's 2 minutes for I think it was roughing. That comes out, goes into the corner. Ulrich sends it up to the point to Ermentrout. Ermentrout's shot gets blocked, and the puck will come out. 2 minutes on the power play for CC. Puck comes over to Hagen. Hagen dumps it over to Ermentrout. Ermentrout gets a sure shot on Tonka. Puck comes over and out of the zone. Ermentrout back for it. He picks it up, sends it up to Ulrich. Ulrich drops it for Johnson. Johnson tries to get it to Hagen, but can't. Puck comes back out. It'll go all the way down, and that will be an icing call. All right, 13 minutes left here in the first period. Power play. We got 1 minute and 14 left on the CC power play against Minnetonka Blue. Lorenzen line out there, but Erickson will take the face-off. Puck comes over up to Davis at point. He sends it down to Lorenzen. Lorenzen will come across, gets it to Swarthout. Swarthout doubles back, sends it up to the point. Shot, goal on. Another shot, and it's covered by the Minnetonka goal. Good pressure, boys. Keep it up. 58 seconds left in the power play here. 12 minutes and 44 left in the first period. Lorenzen steps in for the face-off. He's got Erickson to the right. Puck comes out. Erickson has it alongside the boards. He throws it back behind the net. Puck comes up to the point. Rasmussen gets it back to Davis. Puck comes out of center ice. Poke checked ahead by Davis. Comes out to Lorenzen out front. He gets tripped, and that's going to be another penalty. All right, so it's going to be 5-on-3 for the next 25 seconds. Boys are buzzing. Ulrich steps in to take the face-off. He's got Johnson to his right. He's got Christensen to his left. Up back is Schwartzbau and Sestafant. Puck's dropped, comes back to the point. Schwartzbau sends it to Christensen. Christensen shot gets blocked and goes into the corner. Lorenzen has it. Sends it up to the point to Sestafant. Sestafant Tries to get it over to Schwartzbau, but it gets deflected by Minnetonka. So we will regroup on the 5-on-3 for another 2-1. And Minnetonka's only down by one player now. Puck comes out. Schwartzbau picks it up, and he'll just dump it into the zone. It's going to be an offsides call, though, on CC, so the puck will come out of the zone with 1 minute and 28 seconds left on the power play. Face off will be to the far dot on the side. Lorenzen took the face off. Puck comes back. Shot. Saved by Lila. Lila's playing nets tonight. Puck comes up. Erickson will get it out of the zone. Comes back down. Tonka comes in. A little bit of a breakaway. Puck goes over the side, but we're going to get a hooking call on Lorenzen. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 7 seconds here. 11 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the first period. Johnson and Christensen go out there. Johnson will take the face off. Puck comes out to the point for Tonka. Send it down low, and it's picked up by Rasmussen. Rasmussen will bounce the boards, and it'll come out to center ice. Tonka controls, brings it back cross ice. Brought in. Shots fanned on. Goes into the corner. Picked up, dropped, picked back up again, and Davis will just dump it into the corner there. Front line will change. 26 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Tonka will skate in. Out front. Nice save by Lila. That comes out to the point for Tonka, and then goes back into the corner. Shot does not get through. Goes wide of the net. Picked up by Davis. Davis will bounce it off the boards, trying to get it to Ulrich. And the puck comes out to center ice. Tonka is now up 5-4 on CC. So CC's on the penalty kill for another 40 seconds. Puck comes up to the point for Minnetonka. They skate it in, send it down low. Back to the point. Shot goes through, saved by Lila, and he's going to cover. 31 seconds left on the penalty kill for CC. 9:47 left in the first period. As always, if there's any problem with the audio or visual, complain to Tracy. If you have her cell phone number, text her. If not, put it on the group meet. Can't see who's taking the face off. Puck comes down low for Tonka. Send it up to the top. Go wide. Shot. Nice save by Lila. Puck's loose. Goes back behind the net. Tonka comes away with it. Stays in the zone. Goes down to the deep. Nice save by Lila. Goes back into the corner. Puck comes out to Hagen. Hits his skate. Both teams are at full strength now. Puck comes cross ice. Tonka will pick it up. Gets through. Lila saves after a deflection from us. Johnson has it back behind the net. He rings it off the boards. Tries to hit Ulrich. And it comes back around the back of the net again. Puck comes over for Hagen. Hagen tries to get out of the zone and doesn't. Puck comes out to center ice. And now to Christensen. The Laker. Nope, that was Christensen. Puck goes back behind the net. Hagen takes a poke at it. Comes up for Minnetonka. Minnetonka comes cross ice. Left for Lorenzen. Lorenzen brings it back behind the net. Gets deflected. Tries to get it to Swarth out. Puck comes back down. Armstrong breaks up the play only temporarily. Shot goes over the net. It's a backhander, and Erickson will get it out of the zone. Puck comes cross ice. Shot on Leela. Save. Left for Heidi. Heidi doubles back behind the net. Gets it over to Erickson. Christensen comes in. Tries to get around one player. Who's blocked. Puck goes into the corner. Puck comes along. Heidi back with it now. Heidi back behind the net. And he sends it into the corner. Armentrout fighting for it. Comes to Heidi. Heidi rings it over the boards to Heinert. And Heinert's just going to send it down the ice. Icing's waved off. And we'll come back down to Armentrout. Armentrout sends it over to Schwartzbau. Reichert and Christensen on it for Heinert. And the puck comes off the boards. And Minnetonka will just dump it into the CC zone. Davis back for it, but that's going to be an icing call on Tonka. So with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the first, we're all tied up at zeros. Ulrich line comes out. Hagen will be to his right. Johnson to his left. Out back is Rasmussen and Davis. Ulrich steps in for the faceoff, and it goes into the corner. Comes up to the point, but Tonka will take it out. Puck goes back behind the net, and Rasmussen sends it to the corner. Comes up to the point for Tonka. Shot gets through, saved by Leela. Puck comes up to the point again. Goes back down low. They throw it out front. It's blocked, brought behind the net. Try to throw it back out front again. Davis is there to break it up. Comes over to Johnson. And Johnson will backhand it up center ice. Picked up by Ulrich. Ulrich comes in. Gets blocked off the puck. Tonka comes in. It'll be a 2-on-1. Shot saved by Leela. A nice job by Armentrout getting the puck out of the zone. Bounces off Erickson's stick and goes right out back out front. Corner for Swarth out. He bounces it off the boards, chases after it. Smacks at it and it comes out, and Erickson's got it. Erickson will carry it in, but he gets poked off that puck. Puck comes down here into the corner. Tonka will throw it back behind the net. And come cross ice. Picked up by Rasmussen. He'll bounce it off the boards into the Tonka zone. Icing is waved off. Comes back up. And Heinert or Christensen will take a shot. Gets blocked. Back to the point. Shot from Schwartzbau goes wide of the net. Comes out to Sestafon. Sestafon over to Schwartzbau. And Schwartzbau is just going to dump it in. That's going to be an icing call. Or an offsides. Offsides call. On CC. Face-off will be at center ice. Riker will take it. Comes away. Gets it to Heinert. Heinert comes in. His shot on point. Deflected, comes back to Heinert. Heinert will dump it back in behind the net. Riker in after it. Doesn't get there. Armentrout keeps it back in the zone. Tonka comes back out. Broken up by Heidi. Tonka throws across ice, carries to the CC8 zone. Saved by Leela. Puck goes into the corner. Puck chucked away up to Heinert, and Heinert will send it down the ice. Puck comes out for Tonka. We'll just dump it in on Leela, and Leela will throw it into the corner. Picked up by Heidi, I believe. Eddie gets it to Rasmussen. Rasmussen up to Ulrich, and Ulrich will flip it out, trying to hit Hagen. Puck comes back down. Back to Hagen, and Hagen will dump it into the zone. Facing after it is Johnson. He gets there first. Goes out to the point. Shot by Rasmussen, but he fanned on the shot. Tonka comes back down. Davis is there to break up the play. He's got it in the corner, back behind the net. It's tied up there. Ulrich in to help him out. Shot on Lila, save. Puck goes over the net. Tonka trying to center. Back behind the net. Puck comes up to Johnson. Johnson sends it up the boards. It's Hagen. Hagen's got Ulrich to his right. Goes up in front. Oh! But it's just wide. Puck comes back to Rasmussen. He keeps it in the zone. Swarth out. Poke checks it back behind the net. Ulrich chasing after it. Comes up, touched by Eriksson. Tried to keep it in the zone, but it comes out. Puck comes back to Sestefan. And Sestefan is going to skate it up. Carries it into the zone, tries to dump it, but goes down. Puck comes out to center ice. Lorenzen's there, but there's an offside call. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the first. 0-0 still. Lorenzen in to take the face off. Comes into the zone, but then comes right back out again. Picked up, fluttered in, fly to the net. And we're going to get a what? An icing call? Looks like an icing call. It must have been behind the red line. All right, 2 minutes and 17 seconds here. Lorenzen in for the face-off. Comes onto the boards. Tonka comes away with it. Right out front. And a save by Lila. Lorenzen steps in for the face-off again. That comes over, side of the boards, comes back down low. Picked up by Lorenzen. Puck comes right out front, bounces off of the Tonka skate. Tried to hit Swarthout. Swarthout couldn't handle puck, and it comes back to Tonka into their zone. There's cross ice. Picked up by Eriksson. Eriksson throws one on. It's sent over into the corner and then flipped out of the zone. Swarthout there to break up the play. Tonka comes away with it. Throw cross ice. Shot blocked. Comes up to the point. Blocked again. This time by Eriksson. Comes back down low. Up to the point for Tonka. Good pressure on Swarthout. And Swarthout's going to dump it into the zone and head off for a line change. Tonka throws it up across ice. Riker challenges. It's picked up by Heinert. Heinert trying to get it in the zone and does. Tonka controls. Riker sends it down low. Comes up to the Heinert. Heinert gets it to Riker. Riker shot goes wide of the net. And it's covered by the Minnetonka goal. Riker didn't take the face off. Heinert's to his right. Christensen to his left. Out back is Trout and Schwartzbach. Eide. That comes into the corner. Tonka comes down. Poke checked by Eide. Puck comes out. Just out of the reach of Heinert. Heinert picks it up now. Trying to get it over to Christensen. Shot, glove save by Leela. 29.8 seconds left here in the first. Folks, they are going to resurface the ice after the first period, so if you're crossing your legs to get to the bathroom because it's such an exciting game, just hold on for another 29.8 seconds. Puck comes out, picked up by Erickson. Shot by Hagen. Save. Comes right out in front. Another shot by Hagen. Goes wide of the net. It comes out center. Blocked. Picked up by Ulrich. Just going to loop around. And that's the end of the first period, folks. All right, we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Smoke it if you got it. All right, here we go for period number 2. Score is still 0-0. Going into the second. Schwartzbauer and Sestafant in defense. Lorenzen line out there. Erickson to the right. Swartz out to the left. Puck comes out to Swartz out. He drops it back for Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer sends it up. Tries to hit Erickson. Just misses him. Puck comes back down into the CC zone. Schwartzbauer back. Sends it to Swartz out. And it comes out to center ice. Tonka throws one in. Knocked down by Schwartzbauer. Picked up by Sestafant. Sestafant ringing around the boards. To the point. It's picked up by Erickson, and Erickson's going to flip it out of the zone all the way on. So no icing there. That comes back out. Picked up by Tonka. Tonka shot goes wide of the net and into the netting. So we will get a face-off here. Looks like it's going to be to the right of Lila. Ulrich line comes out. Johnson and Hagen. Davis and Rasmussen will be out back. Ulrich steps in for the face-off, comes out, picked up by Hagen. Skate out of the zone, brings it down into Tonka. He gets dumped, no call there. Puck comes out, shot, goes back behind the net. Rasmussen pinched. It'll come out, and Schwartzbauer will get there first. He was out of position. He gets back in. Tonka comes up. Ref goes down. Right in front of us. It looks to be okay. He just needs a minute. All right. Face-off's going to be to the left of Lila. Reichert line out there with Christensen and Heinert. Christensen comes away with it. They're skating into the zone. He goes wide. Shot goes wide of the net. Back up to Armentrout. Armentrout will keep it in. Sends it down to Heinert. Reichert chasing after it. Into the corner. Puck comes out to Eide. Eide bounces it back down low. Reichert comes away with it. Throws one on, but it's gloved by the Tonka goalie. Reichert steps in for the face-off. It'll be to the left of the Tonka goalie. Goes into the corner. There's a whistle. I'm not sure why. I think the puck might have gone on the side of the net and got stuck in the netting. Face-off will be to the left of the Tonka goalie. Reichert steps in, gets it over to Heinert. Heinert's shot is right on. Glove save, goes back behind the net. Tonka throws it up along the boards. Christensen comes away with it. Heinert, shot, nice save by Tonka. Throws it out front again. Tonka sends it wide. This time it'll get out of the zone, and Eide is going to chase after it. Brings it back behind the net. And sends it along the boards to Christensen. Christensen's shot goes long. Lorenzen fighting for it right now. Sorry, that was Erickson. Puck flips out, comes back to Armentrout. Armentrout sends it up to Erickson. Erickson loses it in the skates. Back to Armentrout. Armentrout's going to send it all the way down. They say it's tipped, so there's no icing. Erickson in after that puck. Goes up to Tonka. Lorenzen goes down, but he's able to get back up again. Puck comes over to the boards. Runs it in, fighting for it along with Erickson. Puck comes out. Shot blocked by Eide. And Eide goes into the corner with it. Lorenzen comes away with it, bounces it up the boards to Erickson. Erickson flips it through his feet, trying to hit somebody. Nice save by Lila. There was a Tonka player right in back. Eide picks it up. And he throws it along the boards and gets it out of the zone. That's going to be close to being on, but that's going to be an icing call on CC. 11 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the second period. We are still scoreless in this game. Sestefan and Schwartzball will be out back. Ulrich steps in for the face-off. Both Hagen and Johnson are off to his left. Puck comes out. Tonkin controls. They send it up to the point. Shot gets through. Nice save by Lila. High stick. And the puck comes out of the zone. And that'll come all the way down. And Hagen's pestering. He goes into the boards. Puck comes out. And Schwartzball will control it. Schwartzball gets it up to Hagen. And Hagen will dump it into the zone for... Puck comes along the boards. And Armentrout will pick it up and throw it cross ice to Hagen. Hagen throws it up to Johnson, but it bounces off of his skates, and we're going to get an offsides call here on CC. 10 minutes and 59 seconds left here in the second period. Still scoreless. Reichert steps in the face-off. Heinert's going to be to his right, Christensen to his left. That goes back behind the net. Reichert's in there, along with Heinert. Heinert comes away with it, loses it in the corner. Poke checked away by Davis. Davis will get it up to Heinert. Heinert sends it up to Christensen. Christensen will carry it in. He goes wide into the corner. Loses the puck back behind the net. Reichert in to help him out. Still tied up. And Tonka comes away with it. Tonka throws across ice. And Tonka's just going to dump it into the CC zone. Rasmussen there, it gets to Christensen. Christensen throws it out. Goes all the way down. And that is going to be an icing call. Once we come all the way down, it looks like it'll be to the left of Lila. Lorenzen line out there. Armentrout and Eide out back. Puck comes to Armentrout. He rings it around the boards to Erickson. Erickson picks it up. Bounces off the boards and gets it out of the zone. Tonka regroups. It's picked up by Erickson. Only temporary, and then we're going to get an offsides call. Sporthat had just drifted over the line after falling. 9:43 left here in the second period. Lorenzen steps in for the face-off. Controlled by Tonka. Tonka is wide of the net. And the truck sends it along the boards. Puck goes back down low. Comes over to Erickson. Picked up. Heidi's got it. He sends it over to Erickson. Erickson throws it across ice. Hits Swarthout, and Swarthout's going to get it out of the zone. Tonka's going to throw it into their bench, though, and we're going to get another face-off. 9 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the second. Puck will come out to center ice. Lorenzen steps in. Erickson to the right, Swarthout to the left. Erickson backhands it into the Tonka zone. Tonka brings it right back out again. It gets deflected. Erickson picks it up, hits Lorenzen, and Lorenzen sends it into the corner. Puck comes out. Cross ice. Armentrout back for it. No icing called. They come up to the point. Poked out by Heidi. Comes back low. Tonka shot. It's picked up by Heidi, and Heidi's just going to get it out of the zone, and that's going to be an icing on top on CC. Ulrich line comes out now. Sestefant and Schwartzbau back. Up comes. Goes wide. Comes all the way down. No icing. Picked up by Tonka. Tonka comes in center ice. They break one. They whiff on the shot. And that's gloved by Lula. 8:16 left here in the second. We're still scoreless. Ulrich line stays out there. Puck comes to Schwartzbau. He'll ring it along the boards. Get it up to Hagen. Hagen fights for it along the boards. Picked up by Tonka at the point. Tonka's going to throw it back behind the net. And Schwartzbau will have it in the corner. He throws it up to the point for Tonka. The shot goes wide of the net. Comes back up. Ulrich takes it. Tries to get it out of the zone and does. Puck comes back. Tonka. Lula saves it. Leaves it for Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau sends it up, but it's intercepted by Tonka. And Hagen will shoot it all the way down, and that's going to be another icing call. Seven minutes, 39 seconds left here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Lila. Reichert line comes out. Heinert and Christensen there. Puck comes out, up to the top of Tonka. Tonka shot gets blocked. Comes back. They throw it up. Gets it back to Rasmussen. Rasmussen flips it up to Heinert. It's lost to Tonka. Rasmussen in the corner with it. Reichert in to help him out, and Christensen comes away with it. Christensen throws it along the boards, and that's going to be an icing call on CC. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the second period, and the score is 0-0. Reichert in for the face-off. Puck comes out. Heinert's got it. Or Christensen does. He sends it up. And the top goalie's going to cover. So Christensen was going for the rebound. He came over the top of the goalie. No harm, no foul. .704 left in the second. We're going to get a line change here. Face-off will be to the left of the Tonka goalie. Lorenzen line out there, but Ericsson's going to take the face-off. Puck goes into the corner. Lorenzen with it. Puck comes out. Tonka comes down. Puck checked away by Swarthout. Puck comes up to Tonka, and they'll kick it out of the zone. Picked up by Lorenzen. Lorenzen's got Eriksson. Tries to get it to him. Can't. Whips around the net. Doubles back. Leaves it for Heidi. Heidi shot. Blocked out front. We throw it out front again, but it goes into the corner. Puck goes back behind the net. Eriksson fighting for it and comes up. And Armatrout's going to take that back. He flips it over to Heidi. And Heidi's going to bounce it off the boards to Eriksson. Eriksson shot. Saved by Minnetonka. Shot by Lorenzen. Comes back behind the net. Eriksson goes down. Puck gets tied up. Oh, just missed Hagen out front. Ulrich breaks up that play, sends it back down. He gets dumped. Tonka comes in, goes wide, leaves it. Shot, nice save by Leela, and Heidi will pick it up. Heidi doubles back. He gets checked. Ulrich is there to help him out. He gets checked. Hagen pokes at it, but Tonka will control his own. Nice save by Leela. Goes back behind the net. Puck gets knocked down. Tonka will control. They throw it out front again. Weak shot picked up by Heidi. Heidi throws it. It's tipped by a Tonka player, so icing's waved off. Hagen first one in the corner, and Tonka will get it out of the zone. Tonka throws it down deep. Schwartzball back for it now. He pokes it along the boards. Gets it to Reichert. And the puck comes back in and goes into the Tonka bench. 4 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the second, folks. It's still tied 0-0. Reichert line out there. Heiner to the right. Christensen to the left. Puck comes out. Tonka will control. Center ice. Puck goes back behind the net for Schwartzball. Schwartzball sends it up to Heiner. Heiner bounces and gets it out of the zone. Puck comes back out. Just comes in. Sestafant sends it all the way down. Tonka gets there first. Reichert centers it, but it gets pushed into the corner. Puck comes back down. Reichert shot. Save. Puck comes out front. Schwartzball sends it back down deep, and it'll ring all the way around the boards. Puck comes all the way down. No tip there, and that's an icing call on Tonka. 4 minutes and 1 second left here in the second period. We are still scoreless. Lorenzen line out there, but Eriksson will take the face off. Lorenzen will be to his right, Swarth out to his left. He gets Rasmussen and Davis out back. Puck goes into the corner. Lorenzen in the corner with it. Puck goes back behind the net. It's kept in by Rasmussen. Rasmussen's shot gets blocked. Kicked into the zone by Eriksson. Puck comes back out, jumps Eriksson's stick, and Tonka comes down with it into the CC zone. Comes across, looking for the feed. The Tonka player had missed him. Goes wide of the net. Rasmussen with it back behind it, loses it. Goes back into the corner. Tonka shoots that puck. But it goes wide, trying to hit somebody, and the puck will come out to Swarthout. Swarthout will skate it up. Brings it into the zone. Gets poke checked. Swarthout will head to the bench. Tonka comes in. Puck is blocked by Davis. It's right at his feet. He sends it up to Eriksson. Eriksson will get it out of the zone. Cross ice to Tonka. And Tonka will throw down Leela. Picked up by Davis. Davis bounces off the boards. Hits Eriksson. Eriksson gets it in deep. Goes off for a line change. Johnson back behind the net with it now. Puck comes all the way across. Tonka carries it out. Carries it in. Tries to get around. It's blocked by Davis. Puck is sitting there. Comes out front. Blocked by Armentrout. Gets it to Hagen, and Hagen's going to get it out of the zone. Goes into the Tonka zone. Picked up by Tonka. They bring it back out. Offset. Can't get a shot off. We are going to get a penalty here. Looks like it's going to be on CC. And it's going to go on Ulrich for hooking. So 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period. And CC will go on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. Christensen in for the face-off. Lorenzen out front with them. Armentrout and Idy out back. Christian gets a face-off and dumps it in the corner. Idy's with it now alongside the boards, trying to tie it up. Minnetonka will come away with it and send it to their point. It goes out of the zone. They'll have to regroup. Comes cross ice. They'll carry it in. Shot. Nice save by Leela. And he covers it. Minute and 39 seconds left in the penalty kill. Not quite sure what the situation is here. Face-off's coming out of the zone. Puck comes out. Swartho takes the face-off. Comes out to Tonka. They dump it in. Rings all the way back. Armentrout with it. Goes along the boards. It gets blocked by Tonka. Armentrout with it alongside of the net. He picks it up. Carries it back behind the net. But they double back and send it out of the zone. Doesn't quite get there. Tonka shot. Leela knocks it down. Goes wide of the net. Goes up to the point for Tonka. About a minute left in the penalty kill for CC. Tonka comes in. Shot. Gets deflected off front, and it's a goal. All right, 58 seconds left here in the second period. Tonka up 1-0 over CC. Ulrichsen take the face off. Hagen to his right, Johnson to his left. Out back is Sestefan and Schwartzbau. Puck comes out to Tonka. They send it in, picked up by Schwartzbau, and he'll send it back. Oh, no, it's got back in. Tonka dumps it in deep. Picked up by Sestefan. He'll throw it back behind the net. Hagen's got it and gets it to Schwartzbau. Shot and a glove save by Leela with 37 seconds left here in the second. Riker line comes out for the face-off with Heinert and Christensen. Schwartzbau and Sestefano stay out back. Puck comes out to Heinert. Christensen has it. He skates it in. Leaves it for Heinert. Heinert shot. And glove save by the Tonka goalie. Reichert steps in for the face-off. Gets it to Heinert. Comes out to Sestefan. Shot out front. Whistle blown, but there was a scrum in front of the net. 20.6 seconds left here in the second. Lorenzen line will come out for the last 20.6 seconds. Face off just outside of the zone. Not sure why it came out. Picked up by Tonka. They skate it back behind the net. Send it up. Stopped by Schwartzbau, but he goes down. He's alongside the boards with it. Tonka carries it in. First shot, saved by Leela. Comes up to the point for Tonka. And that'll do it for the second period, folks. Hold on, tight game. Tonka up 1-0 over CC, but we'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, third period is going to be brought to you by CC United. Finally, they chip in for a sponsorship. All right, here we go. It looks like it's the Lorenzen line that will start the third period. So it comes out to Tonka. Tonka just dump it in, but it's picked up by, I think that was Sports Foul. We're going to get an offsides call. Lorenzen steps in for the faceoff and goes into the Tonka zone. Lorenzen chasing after it. They'll get there first. Has it back behind the net. Tonka comes down. Checked away by Schwartzbau. Shot goes over Lila's head. Funky bounce. Picked up by Schwartzbau. He sends it up. Picked up by Tonka. Nice job by Schwartzbau deflecting that puck. His shot gets blocked. Goes into the corner. Tonka will bring it back out again. Comes up. Picked up by Sestefan. Sestefan gets it to Lorenzen. No, Christensen. Shot. That comes up. Shot. It's blocked out front. Christensen with it. He goes wide. And the puck will get run around the boards and kept in temporarily. It comes out to Tonka. Schwartzbau swipes at it and goes into the netting behind the net. Breaking line out there, so that's Heinert and Christensen with him. Heinert's going to be to his right. Heinert to his left, Christensen to his right. That goes into the corner. Davis picks it up, throws it around. Heinert jumps his stick. Christensen chasing after it. Comes back. And Davis will pick it up. Davis sends it over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen bounces it off the ref, and it gets picked up by Tonka. Shot saved by Lila. Goes out front. And Lila's going to cover. "13 minutes and 11 seconds left of the game. Score is Tonka 1, CC 0. Ulrich line out there. Face off will be to the left of Lila. Goes into the corner. Blocked by Arbitrage. Goes up, picked up. Deflected by Hagen. Comes out to center ice. Tonka sends it along the boards. Gets it in the zone. Puck's deflected. Picked up by Tonka. Throw it out front. Shot, nice save by Lila. Ulrich has it alongside the boards. It goes back behind the net. It goes out front again, cleared by Armentrout. It comes back to Armentrout, and he'll ring it along the back of the boards. That comes back down low, throwing out front. Comes all the way down, and that is going to not be an icing call. Line change here. Cross ice. Shot, glove save by Lila. 12 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the game. Score is Tonka 1, CC 0. Lorenzen in to take the face off, goes over to Erickson. Erickson throws it. Sorry, I think that was Sestafant. He throws it alongside the boards. It's picked up by Tonka. They're able to keep it into the zone. Puck goes back behind the net, picked up by Swarthout, and Swarthout's just going to flip it out of the zone. Icing's waved off. Tonka brings it up, loses a handle on it, but sends it in deep in the zone for Sestafant. Sestafant will ring around the boards, gets it to Swarthout, and Swarthout will help it along. Puck goes wide of the net. Up to the point for Tonka. Tonka throws it across. Down low. Up to the point. No shot there. Deflected. Trip. No call. Lorenzen fighting for it alongside the net. Heinert in to help him out. Puck comes along the boards. Heinert quick sets it away. And it'll come out to Tonka. Tonka dumps it in. Goes wide of the net. Picked up by Reichert alongside the boards. He'll send it down to the zone, but it goes into the CC bench. All right, 10 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the third period. Score is still CC 0, Tonka 1. That comes out to Heinert. Tonka, saved by Lila. Deflected by Davis back into the corner. Comes out to the point for Tonka. They'll throw it back in deep. Reichert chasing after it. Get some help from Davis. Puck comes out. Nice deflection by Heinert. Shot and glove save by Lila. Ten minutes, 19 seconds left here. Ulrich took the face-off, goes into the corner. Ulrich has it. Sends across ice. Tries to hit Johnson. Puck gets deflected into the CC zone. Rasmussen with it back behind the net. Sends it up the boards to the point for Tonka. Gets it to Ulrich. Ulrich will get it out of the zone. Johnson in. He gets it. Throws it through the crease, but then goes down. Picked up by Davis. Oh! Ulrich throws it to Hagen, and Hagen took a shot at it. And we're going to get a penalty. Looks like it'll be on Tonka. Two minutes for roughing. All right, CC goes up on a power play with 9 minutes and 58 seconds, 28 seconds left in the period. Shot, glove save by Tonka. Nice shot by Schwartzbaum from the point. Lorenzen in to take the face off. Puck comes over to Swarthout. Swarthout gets it up to Schwartzbaum. Schwartzbaum shot. Save. Backhanded by Erickson. Saved by the Tonka goalie. He's trying to get it up to the point. He can't. Puck comes back to Sestafant. Sestafant gets it up to Erickson. And Erickson will double back. Erickson sends it in, but Tonka's right there to pick it up. Tonka will throw it into the CC zone. Lorenzen will pick it up. Sends it over to Schwartzbaum. Schwartzbaum tried to hit Erickson. Puck comes out to Sestafant and picked up by Lorenzen. Lorenzen shot. Saved in. No, not saved in. Offsides call. Minute and 8 seconds left in the power play. The Ulrich line will come out. It's got Christensen up front with them, along with Johnson. ID skates back for it, and that's going to be an icing call. With 1 minute and 1 seconds left in the power play, the face-off will come down to the right of the Minnetonka goalie. Ulrich gets the face-off, comes up to the point for Armentrout. Armentrout sends it over to Schwartzbaugh. Schwartzbaugh shot gets saved by the Minnetonka goalie. And Minnetonka will carry it out and dump it into the zone. Armentrout will be back for it, though. Has it back behind the net and gets it up. Goes across ice, picked up by Christensen. Christensen will skate it in. Looking for a shot. Oh! Johnson was right there for the feedback, but couldn't get the shot off. Up comes to Johnson. And goal! That's Johnson to Ulrich, I believe, and that one in. Score is all tied up. I think Johnson's actually going to get the credit for that. Wow, quite the game here. Hope you didn't tune out. If you did, call your friends, tell them to jump back on again. It's 1-1. Lorenzen line steps out on the ice. Swarthout will be to his left. Erickson to his right. Puck goes into the Tonka zone and then comes back out. Swarthout will throw that puck in. Gets picked up. Swarthout blocks that puck. Able to keep it in the zone, but only temporarily. Erickson has it alongside the boards now, and he'll just dump it in just wide of the goal. Puck comes back. Schwartzbaugh is able to keep it in. Puck comes in front. Puck comes over, and Tonka will carry it back out again. It bounces along the boards. Sets to five, and we're going to get an offsides call. All right, 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Ulrich takes the face off and goes back into the zone. Rasmussen chasing after it. Rasmussen will get it, tries to send it off the boards. It's a Tonka player. It comes out. Shot right on point, but they'll get covered. Shot was by Rasmussen. We'll get a face-off here to the left of the Tonka goalie with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in the game. Right line will come out. Christensen and Heiner. Christensen will be to his left. Heiner to his right, just behind him. That comes out to Tonka. They'll carry it back behind the net. That comes up to the boards, carried out. And I believe that was Davis that flipped it up. It bounced off of the Tonka player and into the Tonka bench. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the third. We get a face-off just outside of the Tonka zone on the far dot. Erickson steps in for the face-off. Comes back. Rasmussen will send it in. Comes back to Davis. Davis will send it in. Cross ice, picked up by Christensen. Christensen doubles back. And it looks like Reichert went into the ref. But both players people are up. Puck gets left behind. Oh, Heiner couldn't get a stick on it. Comes up to the point. Rasmussen's shot gets blocked. He's able to keep it in the zone. Gets through to the Tonka goalie who gloves it. 6 minutes and 5 seconds now left in the game. We will get a line check. Reichert checking on the goal or on the ref. Both the refs have gone down in this game. Just needs to skate it off. The Ulrich line will come out. Johnson will be to his left. Puck comes up to the point for Armentrout. Armentrout will send it down to Ulrich. Ulrich sends it back to Hagen. Hagen sends it back. Comes out. Right on Hagen's stick. Oh, nice shot by Johnson. Let's go, boys. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the game. Lorenzen line will come out. Swarthout off to the left. Erickson out to the right. Puck goes just behind the net. Picked up by Lorenzen. The poke checks it away. Picked up by Tonka and brought out of the zone. It's picked up by Schwartzbout, who will backhand into Swarthout. Puck goes back deep into the zone for Schwartzbout. Schwartzbout throws it alongside the boards, trying to hit Erickson. Just missed him. Tonka will come away with it. Lorenzen gets dumped. No call there. Straight from Swarthout. Shot goes over the net. And Erickson's with it alongside the boards. Picked up by Tonka. They'll carry it in. And they're tied up in the corner. Puck comes all the way down, and icing is waved. Oh, no, there is an icing. There's a player down. Looks like Sestefan took a spill, but he's doing okay as he gets to the bench. Reichert, Heinert, and Christensen will come out. Looks like Armentrout and Idy will be out back. Reichert steps in for the faceoff. Puck comes out, picked right to Heinert. Heinert comes down, loses a handle on it. Sorry, that was Christensen. Leaves it for Reichert. Reichert fans on his shot. Doubles back, throws it up to the point. Shot, tipped by Heinert. Heinrich's hurt. He's going to the bench. Sends to Reichert. Reichert tries to center. It gets blocked. Picked up. Christensen. Tonka has it now. Reichert able to temporarily steal that puck. Comes up to the point. Armentrout throws it in. He'll take another shot. Another block by Minnetonka. And Minnetonka will try and flip it out of the zone, but Armentrout keeps it in. Oh, we're going to call a hand pass on that. Face off will be just outside of the CC zone. Reichert steps in for it. Comes across the boards, and Tonka controls. Tonka will just dump it in, send it to the corner. Back for Idy. Idy sends it up the boards. Shot. Doesn't get through. Gets blocked by Armentrout. That comes out to Ulrich. And Ulrich is going to go into the box for a slashing call. All right, with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game, Tonka will go up on the power play. CC will be on the penalty kill. Lorenzen steps in for the face-off. Controlled by Tonka. Up to Christensen. Lorenzen takes a shot. Gets it back behind the net. He gets checked off it. And Tonka will come back down the ice. Tonka comes in. Shot, save. Nice job by Leela. Puck goes over to the corner. Up to the top for Tonka. Tonka looking for a lane. Can't find one. There it is. And the shot gets saved by Leela. Tonka will have another run at this. And a goal. 30 seconds into the power play, and Tonka goes up 2-1 over CC with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Ulrich line out there. Johnson to the right, left. Hagen to the right. Tonka controls. 5-on-5 hockey here again. And we're going to get an offsides call. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the third period. Ulrich line will stay out there. It comes out to Tonka. Tonka throws across ice into the zone. Throws it up front. Shot gets blocked. Along the boards. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen comes around front. Gets to Ulrich. Gets lost in Ulrich's skates. Tied up. Hagen will come away with it. Gets Johnson. Johnson's shot gets blocked. Comes back to Johnson, but it's poke checked away. Tonka will come back down. Picked up by Armentrout. Sorry, that's Sestefant. Sestefant gets it out of the zone, and Tonka will turn around and send it all the way back down. Picked up along the boards by Sestefant. That comes over. Tonka controls. They try to throw it out front. Schwarzbau gets checked off. That comes out front. Shot goes wide of the net. Schwarzbau brings it up to the point. Goes back down to Schwarzbau. And then he'll get it out of the zone. Puck comes down to Schwarzbau. I think that might be Eide, actually. It comes out to center, picked up by Eriksson, and we're going to get an offsides call. It's Schwarzbau backed over the line before Eriksson can get it into the zone. Minute and 37 left in this game. Score is CC 1, Tonka 2. And CC is going to take a timeout. We will too. We're back in 60 seconds. All right, here we go for the last minute and 37 seconds of this game. Come on, CC. We're trying to take the face off. Puck comes into the CC zone. Armentrout back with it. Sends across ice. It's Sestefant. No, that's not sure who that is. Puck comes all the way down. It was tipped. Johnson tries to center it. Nobody was home. Comes up to center ice. Armentrout throws it over to Schwarzbau. Puck comes back. There is an empty net. Lorenzen's the extra guy on the net. Comes across to Schwarzbau. Schwarzbau tries to send it in front. Puck gets blocked by Schwarzbau. Goes back behind the net for Armentrout. Armentrout sends it up. It's controlled by Tonka. And that's going to be an offsides call on Tonka. Let's go, boys! 52.5 seconds left here in the game. Ulrich out there to take the face off. Leela's back out there in nets. Puck is left on line. Oh, Christensen comes away with it. Puck comes up for Tonka. Tonka shot. Goes wide of the net. Heidi back after it. He's alongside the boards with it. Ulrich in to help him out. Along with Christensen. Puck comes out. Last chance. Puck comes out to Ulrich. He'll skate it up. Brings it into the zone, but that's an offsides call. Offsides. Goalie's pulled. Puck comes out. Comes all the way down to the CC zone. 10 seconds left in this game. Cross ice picked up by Tonka. Tonka shot goes wide of the net. Ulrich take the face off. And puck comes out. And that's the game, folks. Thank you very much for listening this evening. This will do it for my and my wife's session, being your videographers for the year. Great season, everybody. Have a great rest of your night.